shady man trying to do the right things for mostly. Hey yo, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. It's the monthly vlog, and I just want to kind of give everybody a little bit of an update. I'm sure you've noticed the last few weeks the videos have been a little bit late, and my streams I've been a little more out of it. I don't 100% know why, but my migraines have been flaring up worse than usual. And I think part of that is Chris had been back to work doing 12-hour shifts, so that was adding some stress, which might have been triggering some flare-ups. Saturday, I had a particularly bad trigger with my PTSD, which led to a really bad migraine flare-up, and that migraine flare-up kind of fed into the anxiety that then began to peak, and then they just fed into each other until I basically hadn't eaten in 2.5 to 3 days. So yes, the cats are all up in the business today. I went to the doctor today and they screened me and my husband for COVID, so he's home for 2 weeks probably. But I don't think we have COVID. We'll see though. Pretty sure it's just my migraine flare-up. I have eaten today though, so that's good. Also an improvement. So if my posting decreases while I'm recovering from the flare-up, or if I just don't seem to be posting as much as usual, or if the videos are a little late or anything, that's why. My body is not being kind right now, and I'm just trying to deal with it and deal with everything else in life, because there's a lot going on in the world right now, right? I'll go ahead and let everybody know now. I didn't have a lot planned for this vlog because I was gonna plan for it and then I could barely get out of bed for 3 days, so you know, that happened, which means y'all just get to hear me ramble about a few things. So some updates. Not for Her is in round 2 of betas. I don't know if I'm doing a round 3, so if you want to beta read a crime caper about a shady man trying to do the right thing for mostly selfish reasons, hit me up. I will hopefully be able to return to my outline soon. I haven't really been able to work on it for most of this quarter, but I really want to finish at least 5 plot points before the end of the quarter. So I'm determined to try to do that the last week of June, as well as try to really go into finishing stuff for my critique partners. It's just, everything's so hectic, you know. So a video everybody gets to look forward to is a couple tag that Chris and I did. I've got like 2 hours of footage that I have to edit, and I really think y'all are gonna love it. Which, since it's a celebration for the 100 subs, I think I could probably convince Chris to do another one at 200 subs. Just throwing that out there. As y'all might have guessed, I don't know if this is gonna be a very long vlog this week because I'm still tired as fuck. I know that I don't always look it, and I know I don't particularly look it right now, but that's kind of because if I looked as sick as I was yesterday, I wouldn't, be able to sit here and record, which is why I'm recording this at 2:30 in the morning, Wednesday morning, and hoping I'll be able to edit it and get it put up today. But that's just kind of how it is when you have a chronic illness. You can't plan it, you can't plan around it, you can't control it. You just gotta try to figure out how to cope with it, how to get things done. So my newsletter, I have decided, is going out in the middle of the month instead of the beginning of the month. That just kind of works out better for me for some reason. So it should be going out by the end of this week, barring any relapse in my flare-up. I do know one of the things that I want to talk about, maybe make its own vlog video about it, or maybe, oh, hey, that kind of a nice transition. I'll get back to that point. So So I'm thinking of my vlogs on my streams on Mondays. If maybe instead of just having them be like work-oriented chill streams, if I should also start doing, not should, but I just kind of want to start doing conversation with type things where I just chill and talk to my guest or talk to the chat about just specific topics. Like, I think it would be really cool to just sit down and for 2 hours talk about like werewolves or the supernatural. I have a lot of random information about very specific things that I really like sharing with people, and that seems like a fun way to do it in a way that people can interact with, and I just feel like it would be fun. So comment below, let me know if that's something that y'all think would be a lot of fun. One of the topics I was thinking of bringing onto that would actually be like I read a lot of Webtoons, and I noticed that in Webtoons, people are a lot more forgivable of like comics artists and writers who are quite obviously newbies. Like, I myself subscribe to comics that might not have the best art, but I still think that it's really cute and I like the story. Or comics that I find the art appealing, but the story I know is not the best, but it's at least good enough that I'm having a fun time. And I don't think people are quite as forgiving to novel writers for that. It feels, and I mean, let me know if you think a different way, but it just kind of feels like people have gotten a lot more critical of authors as the years go on, and it's just kind of expected for an author to be perfect from their debut novel. And that's like not really fair, I feel, because there's a little bit of a difference between writing a novel before you publish and writing a novel after you publish. Because like, yeah, you can get all of that writing experience and everything in, and you can get experience writing in groups and stuff, but it's just different when you suddenly have an audience out there that you don't necessarily have any real connection to, and they get to, you know, judge and pick apart or enjoy and fan over your work. And I know if you Google me, you won't find any novels, so you can be like, well, how would you know? I actually was published, and I unpublished them for a bunch of reasons that I will one day go into, but not today. So, and I just really I like the way that like the Webtoons does it, because it's like, oh, well, we know this is your first Webtoon, it's still really good, and we look forward to seeing you improve. And I feel like there was a time when readers were like that. I remember when I started reading a few people's novels, and I was like, oh man, well, if this is their debut novel, I can't wait for their next novel, right? Because I'm like, oh, that means it's gonna get even better. But it just, I don't know. Like, it could just be like my current experience with that, but let me know. Y'all's might be completely different. Also, our middle child had a birthday this weekend. He's our wonderful Gemini. And that was basically the last really fun thing I got to do most of the weekend. That and recording the video with Chris. I really enjoyed doing both of those, and then after that, I've just been like sleeping and reading Webtoons. And my stream, which was a lot of fun. So I know this is gonna kind of be the final bit before I sign off, and I know that like I could have skipped the video for this week, and I could have just posted, hey, I have a flare-up and everything and I don't want to, but I did have enough energy to record it today, and I kind of feel like I just want to be open with everyone, and I just, you know, it's chronic. It's never going away, and it will always hamper me trying to get stuff done every now and then. And so I want everybody to be aware, I guess, to be able to know, to not wonder. I follow another YouTuber who also has some chronic issues and disabilities. And a few weeks ago, she couldn't do a live stream, and she like waited till the last minute, and then she canceled it and everything. And I kind of appreciated that in a way. You know, forthcoming it was. It made me feel like, you know, so there's somebody else out there that does that. And if I ever needed to cancel anything like that, I hope that the community and the audience that I build is as understanding as hers. And it just kind of made it, I don't know. I mean, I hated that she was feeling bad and everything. It's just, I related, I guess. I feel less alone in that. I don't know. But the bottom line is, I just don't want to hide anything. And I don't judge anybody, and I don't think poorly of anyone who doesn't want all of their business out there, because I am, in fact, an oversharer. And I'm okay with that. And apparently, so is my audience, because so far nobody's had a problem with it. I hope everyone is doing well, and if you're not doing well, that's okay. We can't always be well 100% of the time. As awesome as that would be. I'll see you guys next week. I'm hoping that what is next week? Oh, next week's a fun video. Next week's a fun video. So I really, really hope I can script that Friday. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel and ring-a-ding that bell. I do live streams on Mondays at 7 p.m. and I make new videos mostly every Wednesday. I'll see you then. Sam out. No, don't play with that. No. This little man loves the new tripod. He likes to rub up on it and then messes me up for the whole thing.